What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Happy Monday. Today we're going to take a look back. You guys remember that riding tips, riding fundamentals, it's kind of endless, right? There's a lot there. And over 2 years of the Next Level Riding Clinic's YouTube channel, we've gone over a ton of it. So today we're going to take a look back at it so you guys have one video to find it all. So since the very beginning, the reason that we started the Next Level Riding Clinic's YouTube channel was we wanted it to be a resource. A resource for riding tips would be number one, reason why we're talking about it today. But it was also product reviews, it was testimonials, it was great riding, it was involving other athletes, other professionals in the sport, clutching videos and everything else. But the riding tips, I know that's what you guys are feeding off of, and we appreciate it. It's been an unreal ride the last couple of seasons, but I'm still getting a fair amount of questions of, hey, I really want to learn how to do, X, Y, Z, when we have covered those in quite a few of these riding tip videos. And so we wanted to take a look back and look at which videos, and we're going to have some information up on the screen here that as we're talking about side hilling and counter steering and finger on the brake and looking ahead, which one of those videos you guys can take a look at, and hopefully that gives you some helpful insight, some confidence so you can get out and ride. Yeah, so you're new to the channel, you jump on there and you are looking for the backcountry basics. You want to know from step one what it is to do on a snowmobile. And so as I look up here, we look back here 2 years ago, the 5 mountain riding skills. And this video obviously doing really, really well. Lots of people have used this video, accessed it, and really all I do is I go over some foot position, some body position, the idea of finger on the brake, blipping the throttle, looking ahead, and remembering to breathe. So fantastic video for anybody that is just starting and you want to get that sled off trail and into that deep snow. So quite a few questions on how to side hill. A lot of guys love to side hill to the left, can't side hill to save their butts to go right. And a lot of that is just practice, right? So side hilling 101, 2 years ago, once again, lots of people taking advantage of that video. And again, it's going over correct side hill position, how my foot needs to be on the running board, how placing that foot on the running board from forward on the running board to back on the running board, and what that actually does to the snowmobile to either go across the hill, down the hill, or up the hill. Remembering that the entire time we're going to keep our shoulders and our hips and the direction of the snowmobile, finger on the brake, looking ahead, and making a plan. So Side Hilling 101 is a great resource for those that are learning how to side hill. All right, and then a lot of people with the common riding mistakes video. As I look at that, you guys, knowing over the years between Slednex and all of the videos that I've ever put together and we've spent a ton of time on, I look up at this thing and we're almost at 500,000 views of just common riding mistakes, which is just so awesome. A lot of people using this as a resource. And you know what I think it is that video hits home with so many people. And in that video, we talk about some common mistakes, right? Looking down, holding our breath. We don't ride with one finger on the brake. Our feet are concrete feet, right? We're in the wrong riding position. All of those different things are these common riding mistakes, including the big one, right? Which is riding using that mountain bar as a form of riding, right? We're pulling the sled to the side like we're some windsurfer. We're not using our brakes, so we're out of control. Lots of things to cover. And I think more of the riding mistakes video is just letting all of us know that we're all human, right? I made these mistakes for years until I finally really started to put snowmobiling together, right? Dissect it down to what I was actually doing on the sled to gain control of the machine. So common riding mistakes, another awesome video for you to check out. Right here. So thanks to my good buddy Dylan Hoppala helping me with this one, the how to get unstuck video. So many of us as we ride, we get so freaked out that we're the guy in the group that's getting stuck all the time. And I'm here to tell you, I have been stuck more than you. I get stuck every single day. Heck, if you're not getting stuck, you're not riding, you're not trying hard enough, right? So getting unstuck, there are some tips and tricks, there are some things that I think will really help take the work, take the fatigue out of it. So the getting unstuck video, oh man, have we referred to this video so many times, even during our clinics that I had just the other day, of just how to not work so hard to get that big snowmobile unstuck. All right, another technique, one of my favorite techniques is the downhill track. So learning a downhill track, it is day one of a lot of riders. And I know you're thinking, you look at that scene and you're like, wow, I'm not ready for that. When we gain some confidence and we understand how to put our sled on its edge and hold that edge using the technique of the downhill track, I say it in the video and you guys are gonna hear me say it again and again. The downhill track is a really good technique, a really good fundamental to have when you are trying to enter into terrain or you are trying to get away from terrain. So having the downhill track as a tool in the toolbox is an absolute essential, and that video will be super helpful. All right, on the more advanced side of things, you guys are, you're using the channel, learning all the backcountry basics, right? We're learning where to put our feet, body position, things like that. As we gain confidence, right, we get prepared for some of the stunts, the hopovers, the re-entries. And I mean, a year ago, right, we talked about the re-entry video. You guys have to know that we did that re-entry video right here in the parking lot with some older footage of me doing re-entries, and there were a lot of comments, a lot of people wanting to see a bit more completion of that. So actually seeing a lot of that from beginning to end. And so know that these things are all in segments, guys. I can't create a 30-minute video of how to do a re-entry. We got the basics down, and I think this video is super helpful. And know that these are in segments, and you guys will see a bit more of a complete or the next segment of how to do a re-entry coming up this season. Another one while we're looking at the series of Next Level channel videos is how to keep your goggles fog free. And I mean, we're fighting this. We were fighting this yesterday out on the hill. You guys remembering what a helpful video in terms of taking good care of your goggles. When it's sunny out and it's kind of easy, even when it's cold, it's kind of easy. It's those days where, well, it's days that we all love when we're getting a ton of snow, we got a lot of moisture, we're working hard because we're learning how to ride our sleds. We got sweat pouring off of us and our goggles are fogging. And this is a really good, helpful video just in how to take care of your goggles and keep them fog free. Because if we can't see, we can't do any of this. All right, so 11 months ago, guys, just this last season, we were talking about side hilling through the ruts. Time and time again throughout my Next Level Clinic season, I get people that are always asking me as they're learning how to do this, hey, wouldn't this be easier on an open slope with no ruts in it, just perfect snow? And the answer is always gonna be yeah. But you remember that there is a technique to riding ruts. And that is an awesome video that kind of shows the position of the snowmobile and how a rut can actually be in my favor if I know how to position the sled properly. So side hilling through the ruts is a really, really good one. You guys remember, and you'll hear me talking about it in that video. If it's deep and it's a really steep, lots of consequence terrain, and I see a big rut and I've got to follow it, remember that I will oftentimes, and if possible, I will either lay that inside or that uphill ski right inside the track of that rut. And if I ever have to make a cross between those, I would rather approach from my sled in a side hill position below the rut than above the rut. And you'll see why once you guys start practicing that. But again, really helpful video, side hilling through the ruts. The hop over. When we talked about it last season, I was really excited to put this video together. I know that there's a lot of guys out there that have completely mastered the hop over. Have I mastered it? I got one side that I feel like I've got pretty dialed, still working on my right to lefts, but it's a trick, it's a stunt, it's a tool for the toolbox. It's something that I think there are a lot of people that love to jump the gun. Can't even side hill left or right, but they have got to learn the hop over. The hop over for me, there's a fun factor to that. There is a component to it where it's almost a necessity, but learning the proper technique and how to approach that, and maybe more so the takeaway from the video is how to practice it and do it in a way that, you're gonna fail. You're not gonna do it perfect the first time, and so doing it in terrain that kind of allows you to get away with stuff. That video really sort of breaks down how to start doing your hop overs and sort of learning to do what we would call transitions, just left to right and right to left, and learning to have those quick feet, and how practicing with it like that in some non-consequential terrain can help you build confidence to gain the hop over. All right, so lots of you already paying attention to the concrete feet video. My fellow instructor, Dylan Hoppala, the guy comes from Minnesota. He was a ditch banger most of his life. He comes out here. Concrete feet kind of came from him, and it's a description of not being able to or not moving our feet. Remember that when we get caught in a position where my hands and my upper body are just choked up next to the handlebars, that this is not an upper body problem, this is a lower body problem. And so concrete feet is just a video that describes how necessary it is for us to create some distance from our handlebars, and we do that by moving our feet. and how important it is to move those feet on the running board. Remember, people are asking me all the time, what's that magical place on the running board given the terrain, the snow, or even the next move that I'm gonna make? And the correct answer is everywhere on the running board. The ability to move our feet, not have concrete feet, knowing how much our lower body really affects the behavior of the sled. Concrete feet. All right, guys, so I really hope that you guys like this video. I've been asked a bunch that we could put every one of these things together. So you guys are traveling from the East Coast out here and you want to throw it in the DVD player, and you want to see every one of these things in succession. Again, we're getting a lot of questions about videos that we have already put together. You just kind of got to go out there and find it. So reason why you need to subscribe to the channel. Remember to leave those questions and comments below. And you guys just look at this. So this is a lot of time and energy spent just trying to put together, become that resource for all of you guys out there. We're going to continue pounding the pavement, putting these videos together based on all of you guys and your energy. It's really helping us build this channel. I appreciate all of those subscriptions, all of those comments, all that stuff. It's just continuing letting me know the success of this thing. And we'll see you guys next time.